Alrighty, guys, I appreciate you all for stopping by today, tuning in. You guys are awesome. So we're going to break down 7 stocks that I'm looking at right now, of course, for short-term trades, not for long-term investments. We're going to break down the charts, go over entry and exit points, break down some earnings because some of these companies did report earnings. So yeah, if you guys find value, hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe. And if you want some free money, who doesn't like free money? Don't forget to get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo, each up to $2,000, and 12 stocks from Webull with any amount deposited. All the details are linked down below. We'll talk more about that later, guys. And with that being said, cheers. We have some stocks to break down and some earnings to cover. And mind you, guys, right now when I'm making this video, it's about 2:15 p.m. on the East Coast. So we're getting more towards the end of the day, and the markets are not looking good at all. The Russell was up well over 1% earlier in the day, and now it's up only 0.1%. So it's giving back all the gains pretty much. And we have the NASDAQ down 0.9. We have the S&P down 0.8, as the Dow Jones is down 0.4%, and we have the VIX up over 7%. I believe last I checked, oil was doing well as well today. It's up a decent amount. Let me see. Oil's up 1.6% so far on the day. So it looks like, yeah, oil's up, stocks are down, the VIX is up. It is one of those days, guys, and I'm surprised the metals are, actually, no, the metals are slowly going green. At least gold is, but earlier in the day, it was red. So, yeah, it's one of those days. VIX is up, metals are turning green, oil's up, and all the equities here, U.S. stocks are down except for the Russell. So let's talk about these companies that I want to get into. We had a couple companies report earnings today. We have a couple after the bell and some later this week that I'm looking at. So let's dive right into it. I'm sure you guys saw BJ's Wholesale Club. We talked about this in my video earlier today. This company reported earnings this morning. They came in line on EPS, I believe. Revenue missed a little bit. Comparable store sales came down. Well, it actually rose 5.7% on the year, or year over year, but it came in under the 6.1% expected. So overall, that pretty much did cause the stock to go down. Now we're down roughly 8%, and make sure you guys go check out that video from earlier today where we broke down more in depth the earnings, the charts for BJ's Wholesale Club. But overall, yeah, I mean, their earnings were not the best. The stock's down 8%. Now it's officially in a bear market. I think the all-time high was a little bit over $80. Now we're at $64, so we are down a little bit over 20% from all-time highs, putting us again in a bear market. So yeah, that's one that I watched, or I'm watching now, that reported earnings this morning. And we also had Lowe's report earnings, guys, which this stock is up around 2% right now. And let's see what they ended up doing. By the way, the ticker is LOW here for Lowe's. It looks like they ended up doing, where is it? Let me come down and see. It looks like they did EPS of, where the heck is it here, guys? Oh my gosh, I can't even see straight today. They did EPS of $3, there we go, and 67 cents, which beat the $3.44 expected, and they ended up beating on sales, $22.35 billion versus $21.6 billion expected. So they beat EPS and they beat on sales, and it looks like here they cut their full year view on adjusted EPS to $13.20 to about $13.60. I'm not sure what it was before. Let's see what their same store sales. Comparable sales actually declined 4.3% in Q1, which is not good at all, and somehow their stock is up. Funny how that works, guys. And it looks like here they lowered their full year 23 outlook on revenue as well, and probably on EPS and comparable sales. So I'm not sure how this stock is moving up right now. Pretty crazy. Looks like it is heading towards the top of the channel, which you guys can see. We've been struggling in this channel for months. So for that reason, I'm going to set my alert on Lowe's here at 212. Actually, let me put it a little bit higher than that. Let me put it at $215 per share. Mark is that we're above, which is right at the highs from really the past month, almost month and a half at this point, more like a month. So if we do break out of 212, 215, we start breaking out of this channel, which right now we're not showing any signs of doing that, but let's say we do, we could end up going probably towards the highs from the beginning of February, 220, 225. Maybe if that breaks, we go up even higher. So yeah, let's see, guys. Overall, not bad when it comes to EPS and revenue for Lowe's, but for guidance, the fact that they're cutting guidance is not the best sign in my opinion, and maybe a lot of that was expected. I mean, we had Home Depot's earnings last week, and that kind of caused the stock to come down a little bit. It caused Lowe's stock to come down, so maybe it was already expected that the earnings weren't going to be that great, guidance and so forth, so maybe that's why we're rallying. I don't know. To be honest, I can't really wrap my head around it, but either way, Lowe's is up right now, and it's approaching the top of this channel. Let's see if the bulls are legit or if we're going to get rejected here again like we have been over the past couple of months. So that's Lowe's. I believe Dick's Sporting Goods also reported this morning. Let me pull that up and see what they did. DKS is the ticker. So this stock is down 1.3% so far on the day. Nothing crazy. And overall in the past couple of months, it is down around $30. So it is down probably close to 20%. Yeah, about 18, 19%. So almost in a bear market here for Dick's Sporting Goods. On top of that, we have a death cross. We're under the moving averages, but we are holding trend here, as you guys can see on the 4-hour time frame. We are holding the trend right now pretty much by a thread, but nonetheless, we are still holding it. So let me see what Dick's Sporting Goods ended up reporting today, guys. So it looks like they ended up doing, where the heck is it here? EPS of $3.40 on revenue of $2.84 billion. Okay, not bad. And it looks like here they reaffirmed their 2023 outlook, which is good. And let me see, did they beat? Yeah, it looks like both of those numbers beat. Both EPS beat and revenue, which is good. And it looks like here they see full year comparable store sales of flat to positive 2%, and Q1 comparable store sales were up 3.4%. Not sure what the estimate was on that. It actually no, it came right in line with the estimate, which is pretty good. And again, they see full year same store sales flat to up 2%. Not bad. So at this point, I believe Dick's Sporting Goods is way oversold. I think it's too beaten down. It hasn't had, a string of green days in a while, probably, in over a month at this point. So I'm thinking a relief rally now that earnings are out of the bag, the cat's out of the bag. Maybe in a couple of days, we could be due for a relief rally. Maybe we start rallying off 125 or 120 right around this trend line. Maybe we make a pretty decent move from there. So I'm watching Dick's Sporting Goods, DKS, very closely. I'm going to set my alert at, let me put it at 130. Mark is at or above, and we'll see where it goes from that point. So the next one that I'm looking at, which is actually reporting earnings after the bell today, so I'm not sure exactly what the earnings are going to be. I'm not a mind reader, guys, or a fortune teller, but Intuit, INTU, is reporting earnings today after the bell, and this stock is doing very well. It's been doing very well over the past couple of months. It's gone from 350, now it's at 450. We're actually approaching a multi-month resistance right now, which is right around 450, 460. You guys can see if I extend this to the right, you can see here, boom, that's a big resistance, but we've also been making higher lows into that resistance. Don't you guys see these right here? Boom, higher low right there, boom, another one right here, boom. You guys see that? Another one right here. So by the looks of it, clearly we're holding higher lows and we're uptrending, but we have to break out of 450, 460. Now, if we do break out of that point, we get that leg up, guys, this could be where we really start to take off. And I'm not sure what the all-time high is on this thing. Probably, yeah, $715, which we hit that in the end of 2021. So about close to 2 years ago, more like a year and a half ago, we hit that all-time high. So in my opinion, guys, Intuit, based on these earnings, and of course, what the price action looks like over the next couple of weeks, if we start breaking out of 450, 460, we could really start taking off. Probably not straight to 700, guys. Don't get too excited about that. But maybe initially towards 490. That was the high from back. When was that? From the middle of August of last year. So that could be where we go. If that were to break, maybe we go even higher. So I like the way Intuit is setting up right now. INTU's the ticker. And yeah, we just have to break above 460. If we get that leg up, there could be a lot more upside. And by the way, guys, do you want to know what else has a lot of upside? You getting up to 15 stocks from Moomoo. If you have not done that already, use that link down below or go to stasurfest.com/Moomoo. Once you guys open up an account, you get 1 free share of stock right off the bat, and once you fund your account with at least $100, you get 4 more stocks totaling 5 stocks, and fund your account with at least $1,000. Guys, are you ready for this? You get 10 more stocks totaling 15 free stocks. So if you guys want some free money, who doesn't like free money, and you want to help out the channel, use that link down below or go to StasSurfest.com/Moomoo. It is greatly appreciated. And you might as well get 12 more stocks from Webull with any amount deposited, also linked down below, or simply go to StasSurfest.com/Webull. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Let's talk about some other stocks. So I don't know about you guys, but I've noticed oil's been creeping up, and a lot of these energy stocks have slowly been creeping up as well. So for that reason, I'm keeping a very close eye on XLE, which we actually haven't talked about in quite some time here on this channel, but this is an energy ETF that, well, is comprised of a lot of energy stocks. We're talking ExxonMobil, Chevron, the list goes on. We're not going to name all the stocks that are in this ETF, but let's just say, by the looks of it, guys, bulls are slowly starting to come in. You guys can see here we do have, higher lows being made, but at the same time, don't get too excited because we have lower highs being made. You guys can see right here we have these higher lows, boom, boom, and boom. You guys see that, but again, lower highs at the same time. So at this point, guys, are we going to make a move towards the top of this wedge? That's kind of what I'm waiting for, which really is not, it doesn't have much more upside from here if we do make a move to the top of the wedge. Maybe we start going 80, $82 to $83 roughly. That would put us near the top of this wedge, and that is where we're going to get the main test here for the bulls. Do bulls get above $85 here on XLE? Do we start breaking out towards 88, maybe above that? That would be a full-on breakout for XLE, but we're not seeing that quite yet. But in the same breath, we are seeing baby steps of us, slowly starting to break back up here. We are holding, again, like I said, a higher low. We're breaking out of that 50 SMA. Now let's see if we can make a move low, mid-80s, maybe even higher. Netflix is another one that I'm looking at, guys. This is down around 1.9% at the time that I'm making this video, and this got very hot last week. You guys probably remember. This stock went from pretty much 330 to 375 in a straight line. No joke, overnight is how quickly it got to that point. You guys can see 329 actually to 375 in the span of, right around 24 to 36 hours, however long that was. Either way, it went up 14% in that time period, $45 roughly, which is nuts. And now it's cooling off, rightfully so. It's down $20 from that 375 high. Now it's at 355. It's down 2% on the day. And essentially, guys, what I'm looking at is, well, if bulls are going to come back in right around these moving averages, 350, 355, maybe it comes down to 345. I don't know, but I'm looking to see if bulls come in so we can get maybe another run on this thing. Maybe we get another run back to 370, 375, 380 even, which was the high from the beginning of February. Then maybe that would break and we go even higher. But overall, what I know is we're now going from overbought to more oversold. We're cooling off, shaking weak hands, whatever you want to call it, and we're getting back to the moving averages. Let's see if we're getting ready for another round of, buying pressure and a lot of momentum for the bulls. Time will tell. Let me see what other companies are set to report earnings. Actually, we have Toll Brothers today. That's right. Toll Brothers is after the bell. Well, I guess when you're watching this video, it is after the bell. And mind you guys, when you're watching this video, Intuit's earnings are already out and Toll Brothers numbers are already out, so keep that in mind. And at the time that I'm making this video, it's what is it, 2:30 p.m. right now. Toll Brothers is down 2%, and it looks like here we are heading back towards the 180 SMA, which is right around $61 here on the 4-hour chart. So maybe there could be more downside. Who knows? Maybe when you're watching this video, earnings will be out, so maybe the stock is already falling down. But either way, I'm watching it here in the low 60s as overall. I mean, you guys can see the uptrend's holding. We've been uptrending for months. Let's see if we can continue the uptrend after earnings come out, or do we completely fall through the floor and maybe the stock starts going back to the 50s? Time will tell. I don't know, but right now it's down a little bit, $63. We're holding the trend. Let's see what we can do here in the low mid 60s on Toll Brothers, and you better be ready for tomorrow, guys, because tomorrow we have companies like Nvidia, Snowflake, companies like Kohl's, even though Kohl's is not so exciting, but it's still one that we're watching. So yeah, get ready. Make sure to subscribe, hit that like button while you're at it, and don't forget to get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo, each up to $2,000, and 12 stocks from Webull with any amount deposited. Link down below. And you might as well check out my Patreon if you guys want to be a part of the Patreon portfolio. Watch me build that. You want to see the Discord chat or be a part of the Discord chat, see my charts and ideas throughout the day. All that good stuff is on Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys later.